Hi, everybody. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully everything is going okay. Hopefully. I know, kind of a bit of a, you know, now we're going to start some people to come in. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can. Hello, everybody. How's it going? So, yes, today is the state of Dismay. I kind of forgot about it. I remembered it yesterday, forgot about it, and then one of my lovely mods reminded me on it, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. So I was like, all right, fine. We'll do it. Jay reminded me, and I was like, all right, now give me 1 second here. Just give me a second. So it's going to be starting in about half an hour. And we'll be streaming it all together. So give me a second again. Sorry about that. That just popped on. It was just like, oh, hey, by the way, do you like your ears? No? Give me a second here. Let me just get this. So, yeah, I just muted it for now. Oh, geez, hold on. I know how to use Discord. I know how to do this. I am a smart, well-adjusted individual. Yeah, I think the Wolverine game is like a must. Like, I don't see how they don't have it here. That's how I feel. I don't see how they don't have it here. If they don't have it here, what are we doing? Like, genuinely, if we don't see it here, what are we doing? Once again, let me get the last alert out, and then where is the image I need? A state of dismay. All right. Let's see your shirt. My shirt. I got on Father's Day. Woo, yeah, it's Dad. That's a cute little Father's Day gift that I got. All right, let me turn the volume down. I'll turn the desktop audio back up, but there we go. So you guys can. There. Hopefully you guys can still hear just a little bit of the audio, but not enough to go deaf, and can still hear me. So, and then don't worry, we'll be adjusting the volume. Incredible shirt, 10 no notes. All right. Here we go. What is our prediction here? If I see longer than 1 minute of Ghost of Yotei, I'm going to be mad. We've seen enough. If you showing more of Ghost of Yotei right now isn't going to sell you one additional copy. Not one. I don't think that is showing 1 more minute You know, I don't think if you showed one more minute of that game that you're going to sell any more copies. Just no more. We're good. The people who are going to buy it are going to buy it. The people who won't aren't. We don't need to see more. Nothing more, okay? We get it. It's awesome. But come on. Wolverine has to be the floor. If they don't show Wolverine, they have to. They have to. They have to show Wolverine. I don't see what else they could show. That like if there's one big thing that they're going to show, they have to show Wolverine. Something. Anything for Wolverine. I think they're kind of forced. They kind of have to, because here's the thing. Didn't they say that the game was going to come out in 2025? Am I mistaken by that? Let me check. Let me double check. Wolverine 2025 game. Let's see. Fans expect a major reveal, including gameplay at a PlayStation Showcase in September 2025, which would kick off the market set for the 2020. Okay, so they're saying 2026. Okay, well we're coming up to 2026, and we haven't seen squat. We haven't seen squat. So, like I said, what are we doing? What are we doing? By the way, don't worry, when we go live, it will look something like this when the state of play is in full swing. It will look like this, so that you guys won't miss anything. Don't worry, but it's just the countdown. I don't think you guys need to be focused on that right now, and it's just music. So don't worry, we'll get back to it. But so, okay, here's my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. My thoughts are, we're probably going to see something for Sonic Crossworlds. Probably an announcement of something that we've already, unfortunately a bunch of stuff leaked for it already. So I think we'll probably see something for Sonic Crossworlds. I think we kind of have to see Wolverine. Something for Wolverine. It could be TGA. It could be the Game Awards that we see Wolverine. It's possible. But to go all the way to December 2025 to show nothing all the way for a game to allegedly target to 2026 would be borderline criminal. I mean, it's almost like you have to announce it. You have to show something off now. You have to. Almost. Like, it's almost... You don't even need to have a leak or anyone say anything. You almost have to have it announced right now in this stream. The other thing that I'm seeing is Kingdom Hearts 4. I saw some people talk about that, and maybe the Game Awards. I don't know if they would do. Would they? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I want to be surprised. I like being surprised because surprises are fun. Oh, I would love a new Sly Cooper. But Sly Cooper is in such a state of confusion that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would be if Sly Cooper would be here. I don't know. So much as I'd love to see Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm not getting my hopes up, but if it happens, it happens. That's a good way to put it. Thoughts on an Enter the Dragonfly remake that's majorly overhauled and actually works right? The core base of the game is a mishmash, so when you have the core base of the game be a mishmash and then you ask for it to not be that, you're kind of changing the fundamentals of the game, right? Because that's kind of the big thing about Enter the Dragonfly, is that it was a panic slap fest. The ones I want really bad are Horizon 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Part 3. But I'd be surprised if we saw either of those here. You know, here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts. My thoughts is that if this was a PlayStation showcase, which is when they're supposed to do a big reveals, I think that Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3 would be a grand slam for it. It'd be easy. Like, just dunk, done. And potentially Horizon 3. I'm not sure. The Sword Machine. Speaking of Crossworlds, I know you're working on your video. I'm really curious to see how it compares to CTRNF. So, I can't say much until tomorrow's video is out because of there's some... I'll just say there was a contract that was signed that I will be able to speak more about tomorrow. Don't worry, it's not a giant reveal of anything, but there was a contract that was signed, so I can't quite talk about my thoughts and feelings at the moment about Sonic Crossworlds. However, what I can say is that there is going to be a video that I currently have written down right here. You can even read on my notepad somewhere in there. Sonic Crossworlds as a CTR player. So, because if you guys don't know, I'm going to be going up north, and I'm going to be leaving October 12th. So I'm going to be leaving for about 2 weeks, and I'm going to have to, have about 6 videos ready between this week, next week, and then when I leave. So I need to get 6 videos prepared, and released, and then have a video come out each time I'm gone. But there is going to be a new video coming out tomorrow, and then after that we're going to be doing I'll be able to do that. So is my sound muffled? Is it muffled? Is it muffled? Can you hear me now? Good. I need a new mix. I need a lot of new equipment. I might in fact do an equipment stream. I might do an equipment stream to replace some of my equipment, because as you can see, my headphones, this is my backup pair of headphones. My other pair of headphones are busted. And my mixer is kind of screwy, so just give me a PlayStation platformer. But yeah, come on. Give me a Jack and Daxter. Give me a Sly Cooper. Give me an Ape Escape. Give me a give me something. Yeah, I don't think let me make this very blatantly clear. I don't think we're going to see Spyro in a PlayStation Showcase exclusive ever again. I don't think so. Not impossible, because Xbox is known to be more open, and because Spyro is seen as a PlayStation star, it's possible that Xbox would loan him for a showcase, but I think that it would be more of an announcement that's in a neutral zone. So a Summer Game Fest, a Game Awards, Gamescom. I think that would be more closer to what would actually happen. No expectations. We are here because we love PlayStation, and PlayStation has been filling their pants with poop the past few months, past year. It has, that's awesome that you're moving, Ben. I'm happy to hear that. That's good, Ben. Dagger, how's it going? Bar looking funny? Yeah, the bar's looking funny. Hey, if you guys want to fix the bar, there's a link in the description below. It supports the channel, and it fixes the bar. So if you don't want it to look like that, there is a fix. There is a solve. We only got about 8 days left before we got to reset the bar. So if you want to help out in any way, we would deeply appreciate it. But if not, it's fine. Yeah, bar fight! All right. What other predictions do we got here, ladies and gents? Let's see the other predictions. Let's see. We are here to watch the mess. Hope for the best, but we'll most likely be here to hang out with friends. Absolutely. Titans Forever has been a member for 3 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that, Titans. Thank you so much for the support. Let me pull up my notepad down so we can write some stuff down. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. Is that Sony is sitting on a treasure trove of IP. They are sitting on so many great IPs to work with, and they're not touching them. Now, here's the thing. It's not just Sony that's doing it. It's not just Sony, okay? It's not just Sony. But I also can give credit to Nintendo for pulling out some other IP, and instead of Donkey Kong being another guest character in another Mario game, they brought back Donkey Kong, and they're bringing back other games and other types of characters that typically we're getting, like the Kirby Kart Rider game, right? Kirby Air Riders. So you gotta give credit where credit's due. Nintendo is bringing back some of their classic stuff, and that's great. That is awesome. Ben Who donated £2 for Super Chat. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Thank you. Xbox is releasing more games than PlayStation is, actually. Just not a lot of them are from IP that we're familiar with. A lot of them are brand new IP. So again, I gotta give credit where Xbox is due. The problem is that when Jim Ryan was CEO of PlayStation, he decided to just land-base a whole bunch of microtransaction-filled games into development. And when he stepped down, and not Schmidt, what was his name? Herman Hulst stepped in, okay? And like, it was like Concord was about to go out the door, so like, all right, let's let Concord out and see what happens. And it lasted for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they're like, all right, cut Concord and cut everything. Just take a chainsaw to all the projects that are in development right now. Just, and just, that was it. Like, and it was ruthless. And I mean, when I mean ruthless, I mean ruthless. It was just sliced in half. It was like, this project dead. This project dead. This project dead. So of course, the side effect of that is, where's your games? So, I'm Mr. Joker. So basically, they went downtown and carved their projects in half instead of trying to release 12 microtransaction-filled online service projects and hoping that everything works, right? So I'm hoping that we see at least a preview of what Herman Hulst's masochistic pruning, we'll call it masochistic pruning did. Hopefully we can see some results of it, because right now PlayStation's library for AAA titles is currently drier than a popcorn fart. I do agree with Jim, though. There are some good games that are coming out, and there's a few games coming out in the following weeks that I'm going to be quite filled with. But the problem that I'm having is that beyond third parties, I'm having a hard time finding games for my PlayStation 5. In fact, my Crossworlds, I got Crossworlds on my PlayStation 5 so that I could actually use my PlayStation 5 more than just my Crash Bandicoot machine. So there's that. I don't think there'll be a Rayman announcement, but there is more stuff. They've basically outright confirmed that there is Rayman projects in development. I think I don't know if it's plural or not, but they did that relatively recently, like in early September. So I doubt that we're going to see any trailers for it as of yet. If they're going to do an early announcement like that and then drop a trailer later in the month, I don't think they would do that. So I am interested in Yuka Replay. That's another one that's coming out in October. There's a whole bunch of games coming out in October that I'm just like, oh boy. Hey! Thank you so much, Kings of Toast, for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Spyro 4 TGA 2025, at the latest confirmed or else. No. If I were to be a gambling man, I would put it there, but that's not confirmed because, as I stated before, let me explain. Here's the thing. I'm a dad now. I've been a dad for 7 years, Michael. I'm a dad to 4 little ones. 4 of them. Dad life is life. It's what it is, and I love it. Can't, They've already been introduced to Crash and Spyro, and my son can play Crash 4 by himself all the way up to the engine boss, which is amazing, which I think is awesome. No, there's 4. 4 and no more. 4 and no more. No, we're done. That's it. I'm done. So, all right. So here it is. I think at the latest we hear it at some, if Activision is handling the advertising. Okay, let me say this. I think that we are going to be playing Spyro about this time next year. My bold prediction is 1 year from now, we are either going to be playing Spyro or Spyro 4 will be about to launch. That is my bold prediction. Now, and there's a big now to this. If Activision is handling the advertising, then we're going to see it at Summer Game Fest. If Xbox is handling the advertising, it could be at any point. However, I would bet my chips on the Game Awards. So that's what we said after 3. Well, I made sure that there wouldn't be any more. Listen, director's cut, but the doors are closed. Okay? No more. We made sure of it. There's no more. Not just for our own desire and wants, but also because of health reasons. My wife almost died giving birth to the 4th one. So after that experience, we're like, okay, we're not doing this again. That's a nope. That is a ixnay on the birthday. We're done. No more. It's like, yeah, you know what? Seeing someone almost die in front of you really changes your perspective on things. No. So, chop, done. We're finished. No regrets. No regrets. I'm good. I'm happy. We're fine. We are A-okay. I am fine with it. Like I said, seeing someone almost die in front of you, it changes your perspective on things. All right, so do you think that there will be a new Crash game here? Let me shift over here to the timer here, so you guys can get a good look-see at it. I don't know what's going on with my volume slider. My volume sliders are all weird. There we go, just enough. Spyro, basically, David can play Spyro all by himself. Basically, he can't 100% the game, but he's doing really well. So, but right now, his favorite game is Super Smash Brothers. He's playing a lot. He's got his own little Switch, and he plays a lot of Super Smash Brothers. He loves that game. I would be really happy to see just a reveal trailer at the Game Awards, and then Summer Game Fest, they drop the full trailer. That would be fun. What it feels like being a dad of 4 little sunflowers. It is the most tiring thing in my life, and I wouldn't exchange it for anything. I love my little babies. I love them all. Are they putting new gray hairs on me? Absolutely. Am I starting to see them more and more? Absolutely. Do I get stressed out about them every time I close my eyes or go to sleep? Absolutely. But I wouldn't exchange a second of it for anything. I love my kids. Do you think there's a chance for Sly Cooper to return? Wait, how old are you now? I am 30. I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. With 4 Bambinos. I hit the big 3-0. Or, as I like to call it, the epilogue of 29. I'm not 30. It's just the extra chapter for 29. That's all. You know, like when you get to the end of the book and there's the epilogue. I'm on the epilogue of 29. That's all. Do I think there's a chance for Sly Cooper? Bro, I remember watching this channel back in 2018. Yeah, 7 years ago. That's when my baby, that's when my son was born. That's why we started this channel, was because I got laid off from my full-time editing job, and I was just like, I'm getting really tired of getting laid off. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of being laid off from job to job to job to job and having to move. And also, we were desperate and broke, and had no money, had no time, and we just had a baby. So it was like, well, here we go. Yeah, I'm tampering my expectations too. I will hold a little hope. I will hold a little resemblance of hope. I will hold it. All right. So, of course, yes, Sly Cooper could return. I don't know if it will. But all right. Let's get the last predictions in. We got 3 minutes left. Let us go. Hi, Booksmart. How's it going? Except for this, but wanted to wish you all good. Hey, thank you, Sam Mister. I appreciate that. They gotta show Wolverine. I said this earlier at the start of the stream. They gotta show Wolverine. I don't see how they cannot show Wolverine. All right, let me go over to Streamlabs too and just make sure that we turn off the notifications, because if something crazy comes through, I will make sure though that we have if anyone sends a donation though, we are going to make sure that oh my gosh, continue. Yes, I'll turn off the alerts to make sure that there's no, you know, oh my gosh, it's do 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 do. Alert box. Global editing. YouTube. Tips. There we go. Where is there we go, members. And super chats. All right. All right, so now I have that all set up. We got 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. Let me do the recent events. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? All right, so if anyone sends a donation now, I got it. I got set up here, and now I got to turn up the volume. I apologize. The volume might be loud for a second. We will adjust. All right, 1 minute to go. All right. Is something too quiet or too loud? Hey, $50 from Elena. Thank you so much. $5 from Grandma. Use all this in the new streaming gear. Thank you. Thank you so much, Elena. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Stream too loud. Gotcha. Too loud. No problem. How's that? Is that better? Is that all right? Better. Okay. Better. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Better. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Here we go. Not suitable for all audiences. View discretion is advised. Why did I think Halo? Whoa.
Every time the sun dies, time stretches and tears.
Saros? Is this the Housemark game?
Scan for Soltari signals.
Yep.
Signal corrupted. Approximating.
Gameplay.
Is that the thing from the ridge?
Confirmed.
You better stay out of my way.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemark. Today we are thrilled to show off this first look of gameplay for Saros running on PS5. Saros builds on Returnal's award-winning action and tells the emotional and haunting story of Arjun Devraz's drive for answers on the shape-shifting planet of Carcosa.
Is it a spiritual successor, or is it like an actual, like, or like another game?
Here we show off one of our exciting combat features, the Soltari Shield. By holding R1, you can defend yourself and absorb projectiles. By absorbing projectiles, you can now hit back hard using your power weapon. By holding the adaptive trigger on L2, you'll be able to destroy enemies using Eclipse-driven weaponry.
If I'm going to be playing a first-person shooter, I do like the sci-fi. Yeah, it's made by the same people that made Returnal.
Soltari holocache detected.
Mark it on the map.
Here is a Soltari hololog, where you can learn more about lost Carcosa.
I'll try to forget.
Hold up for me. I will find you. I promise.
I do like this vibe a little bit more than Returnal's vibe. I kind of like this more mechanical. I like this vibe a bit more. I think I played a little bit of Returnal. I think I did. I remember I went, huh, neat, and then played something else.
This is Second Chance, where you can be revived on first death to get straight back into the action. Second Chance is part of our permanent progression systems, which means you will always come back stronger.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Oh, I don't like that.
The sun is forever.
We hope you loved that first look at gameplay. We're looking forward to revealing more on our mysterious and moving story and our amazing ensemble cast of NPCs in the coming months. Next year is when you'll be able to play Saros on PS5 and enhanced for PS5 Pro. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to share more from all of the team working on
Cool.
Saros.
I was seeing the exact same thing. It's like a saying. If you get defeated, you come back and survive, you come back stronger. Saros was on the last one too, but they just had like a cinematic announcement. I figured that we weren't going to see it for another 4 years because of how things are balanced. So, March. That means that after Ghost of Yote, that might be the next one, which is going to be 4 months. 4 months in between.
You actually want to deploy her? You cannot be serious.
Cascade is one of our most highly trained operants.
Pre-alpha.
For 5 years.
Urgh!
He's marked her as a failure.
She won't have to do it alone.
Pre-alpha.
Her old squad is still out there.
I thought they'd all been ripped to shreds.
Probably. But she can scrape what's left of them back together. Lead them to their deaths all over again.
And what if she butchers it like last time?
We'll do what we always do. Throw more assets at the problem. We have plenty more.
I guess. She's a pathetic, fragile embarrassment. And her methods are so unhinged.
But they get results, no?
Long-range missiles get results.
Show a little faith. We're at the end of history. Everything that could go wrong already has.
0 parodies. Oh boy. Is it Flight Simulator being ported over to Xbox? From Xbox? Is that what it is? Oh man, I want to fly a blimp. If this isn't a Flight Simulator, I'm gonna laugh hysterically. It has to be, right? Yep, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay. Oh, VR2 support in development.
Hostiles inbound. 100 meters in closing.
I got 2. East side.
Moving right to left.
I got 3 west side.
Frame shoot on the T of execute. 3, 2, 1. Execute.
Battlefield Studios, so Battlefield 6?
Crumbled. Alliances that held since the end of World War II, gone.
Dagger, this is Pax's ballsiest play yet.
If they succeed, they will have secured the most strategic rock in the history of warfare. Want to help our friends take back this rock?
I want a rock!
Dangerous game, no doubt about it. Wouldn't be Dagger without insurmountable odds.
The whole world's gonna look different now. Just takes a little shake of perspective.
I want a rock.
Another challenge.
Stand by for re-attack call.
Light them up! We gotta move! Woo! Hold on!
Kincaid will pay for this.
But we don't know how high it goes.
You trying to start a war with the CIA?
That is not the fucking question!
No!
This is it. I know what I gotta do.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann. Sean and I are back to share news and release dates for games coming to PS5.
But first, thanks to EA and Battlefield Studios for that new look at the single-player campaign for Battlefield 6. It launches October 10th on PS5.
Cool.
Now, let's celebrate one of my favorite games of all time, which is marking its 25th anniversary this year. Deus Ex returns. This PS5 remaster is a collaboration between Eidos Montreal and Aspyr, the studio behind remastered classics like Tomb Raider and Soul Reaver.
It's on its way back to the people.
Oh, okay.
And you can't do a damn thing about it.
You play as J.C. Denton,
Don't tell me you're going to wear those.
an augmented operative working to uncover the truth.
Vision is augmented.
This new version adds enhanced visuals, overhauled controls, and support for key PS5 features like haptic feedback.
Interesting.
Deus Ex influenced a generation of RPGs with its emphasis on choice and consequence. No two playthroughs unfold the same. Deus Ex Remastered arrives on PS5 early next year. It's almost Halloween, and you know what they say, everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Oh.
Death Comes to Haddonfield in Halloween the Game, a tribute to the John Carpenter classic. The team at Ilphonic
You guys knew what I was thinking.
Asymmetrical horror sandbox where you can play
I was about to say,
civilian
Sir Daniel?
or Michael Myers
Sir Daniel?
himself.
No, Michael
In each
Myers.
game, it's up to you as survivors to save these hapless townfolk or to hunt them down as Michael Myers. He possesses unique abilities like shape jump, allowing him to move around the map unseen and pop out where you'd least expect him. Playing as a civilian, it's up to you to lead townsfolk to safety, find a phone, and call the police for help. Civilians.
Why
can
wouldn't I
also
just
scout
call the
for gear and
police
weapons that help them
immediately?
survive when they inevitably cross paths with the unstoppable Michael Myers. Become the boogeyman or protect his victims.
Like, as soon as I get into the game, the first thing I'm gonna do is dial 911. It's the first thing. First thing I'm gonna do.
Two big announcements from 11th Hour Games. First, their hit action RPG, Last Epoch, is in development for a PS5. This celebrated dungeon crawler is known for its extensive skill customization, deep and rewarding loot system, and massive time-traveling world. You'll battle through the past, taking down gods and toppling cursed empires to save the world from its ruined future.
Looks
As
pretty
for
good,
that
just don't...
second announcement. Last Epoch's first major expansion, Orobis, will arrive at the same time as the upcoming PS5 release.
Cool. I prefer those types of games on my PC, though, I must admit.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is an open-world RPG based
about
on the
this one.
beloved Japanese series, offering a vast single-player campaign and multiplayer areas where cooperation and exploration go hand in hand. Follow in the footsteps of Tristan, the Prince of Britannia, and play an original story you can experience only in the game. Capture creatures, go fishing, cook your own meals. Mine
Oh man,
resources
I have to do
and
that
craft new
already.
items as you explore Britannia on your own. Or step beyond the open world to tackle dungeons with a team of up to 4 other players. In a multiverse that transcends time and space, original heroes join forces with beloved characters from the series to embark on a grand adventure. Venture out alone or with friends when the Seven Deadly Sins Origin arrives on January 28th.
Crossworlds.
Characters finally meet in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, launching on PS5 tomorrow. Mega Man and his
Mega
trusty
Man!
vehicle, the Rush Roadster, join the lineup as part of the Mega Man DLC pack that arrives early next year.
Mega Man!
But they're not alone. Proto Man feeds into the pack.
Oh, that's cool.
Also included is a stunning reimagining of Dr. Wily's castle from the Mega Man series.
Awesome.
Familiar sights and sounds will take players back to some of Mega Man's most memorable adventures.
Jeez, man, Sonic Crossworlds is
Mega
gonna be
Man DLC
crazy.
pack comes to PS5 next year as part of the Season Pass and Digital Deluxe Edition. The early unlock period is already underway, so Digital Deluxe Edition owners can get into Sonic Racing Crossworlds right now.
Up next, 2 announcements from Koei Tecmo Games, including a release date for Neo 3.
It's only 35 minutes, guys.
Who will be Shogun?
Kurimatsu, why?
Mobius doing $2. So literally any chance of new Crash/Spiral stuff? I don't think so.
I am Himiko. On my honor as queen, I shall defeat.
But thank you so much for the $2,
My
Mobius.
timeless friend, I trust you. Nothing will stop me from becoming Shogun.
So long as this dark radiance exists, my fights will continue.
To rule, one must prove their might.
The light of hope lies unseen at the end of time. Go now!
You wish to become Shogun that badly?
Maybe you don't want it enough. What makes a Shogun anyway?
Takachio! Strength and superiority are what make a Shogun, and I have both!
Strength alone is not enough to end this war!
Neo 3, February 6th. Looks like they're finally, like, kind of giving us a look at, like, quarter 1. Wait! Is that Dynasty Warriors? Wait! I think I played this game! This one, specifically! Lozzie! Is this Dynasty Warriors the... I think this is the one that I played. I think. I have to double check.
Another
Whoa.
world snuffed from existence.
Our focus.
Wow.
Our true objective is to save this world, our current world.
Need I remind you that tampering with history is strictly forbidden?
Jeez!
It's time I faced my past. Let's go.
Today, you'll pay your dues!
I was heading to bed, pop in and say hi. Hi, Splazzy! Code Vein 2. First party games! Anybody?
Back in June, we debuted Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, right here on State of Play.
Today, we're joined by the game's director, followed by news from other special guests who are joining us just as Tokyo Game Show kicks off in Japan.
皆さんこんにちは。ファイナルファンタジータクティクスイバリースクロニクルズのディレクター前広です。プレイステーションで発売したオリジナルのファイナルファンタジータクティクスから30年近く経った今でも多くの方がこのタイトルをお気に入りの一本として挙げてくださっており、オリジナルスタッフの一人として大変嬉しく思っています。今回イバリスクロニクルズという新しい形で再び皆様にお届けできることに我々もワクワクしています。フルボイスや難易度調整などファンの方はもちろん、これまで遊んだことがないプレイヤーの方にも快適に遊んでいただけるように様々な工夫を行いました。
Do not feign concern for me. I see your words for what they are.
どなたでも楽しんでいただける内容となっておりますので、ぜひ遊んでみてください。それでは発売をお楽しみに。
Don't worry, I'm writing everything down too, so if anyone misses anything, I can...
Now then, shall we play?
Brother, I told you not to eat those mushrooms. What? What am I looking at?
なるほど。ということはレッドイタレの正当後継作品ってことですね。はい。
開発チーム
What?
頑張ってます。このゲームは近接アクションとローグライトを軸に PVPVE の仕組みを取り入れたいわばエクストラクションアクションゲームとなっています。プレイヤーは地獄門と呼ばれる巨大な穴を探索するレイダーとなり、たくさんの恐ろしい怪物や他のプレイヤーのレイダーたちが入り乱れているを探索し、踏破を目指します。今度は地獄なんですね。はい。
Okay.
それで手に入れたアイテムを持ち帰るため、
Sure.
生還したいところですが、死亡するとすべてロストしてしまいます。
If you die, you lose
だけ
everything.
ではなく、キャラクターのボディ
You lose your character's body too. Oh.
相変わらず理不尽だね。はい。
Was that a spinal cord?
ボディの入れ替えを何度も何度も繰り返し。
Was that a spinal cord? Just launched into like a rocket?
醍醐味となっています。皆さんに新たな面白さを感じてもらえると嬉しいです。
All right. The start of a whole new world.
Okay. Who's that girl I see? Sorry. Certainly a choice. Bound to an unfinished draft, a prisoner of an endless tale. Okay. I'm guessing it's a roguelite or a Metrovania. Yeah, figure as much. Yeah, it's like rated M Plucky Squire. Chronoscript.
デスクワークスディレクターの藤井智です。
集夜叉ゲームズプロデューサーの山本です。
完全新作クロノスクリプトエンドレスエンド
interesting.
世界初公開映像いかがでしたでしょうか。本作は洋館を訪れた編集者が終わらない物語が描かれた原稿用紙にとらわれてしまい、そこから脱出をするという探索型 2D アクションアドベンチャーゲームとなります。
手書きのペン画というアートスタイルをベースに奥の深いダークファンタジーとして皆さんにお届けできる予定です。
Yeah, it's like a dark fantasy Plucky Squire.
クロノスクリプトエンドレスエンドは2026年発売予定
We
です。
got about 10 minutes
さら
left.
に続行をお楽しみに。
Citizens of Pywell. Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written by our own hand.
We fight those who wield power to prey on the weak. Beasts who think themselves men. That is what it means to be a Queen. The time has come to do what we believe to be right.
Joshua Baker, I'll read off all the games that were announced.
Comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within.
Ooh, he's writing
Let
Wolf.
your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one.
I like to see
We
gameplay.
fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
This kind of looks cool. The more I watch, the more I'm interested.
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory.
Dragons!
Nor pride.
Mechanical dragons! It's like the game's getting more and more high fantasy as you go. I like it.
Remember who you are and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
Oh, suddenly. Oh, it's Crimson Desert. It started off as like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a typical, and then it. Oh no. Oh no, don't do this. What is this? What is this? Okay. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Portable sound. Every feature I see, the price of these are going up. Charging docks included. Okay. Also available in white. Okay. It seems like a cool
Hi,
idea.
everyone. I'm
How
Meka.
much?
And I'm Kristen Zatani.
How
Here's
much?
your first look at the Pulse Elevate wireless speakers, which bring the PlayStation audio and chat experience to your desktop with planar magnetic drivers and PlayStation Link wireless technology. Visit PlayStation blog for even more details.
Now, let's check in on what's next for PlayStation Plus. Up first is the October monthly games lineup. The creepy and captivating Alan Wake 2 arrives just in time for spooky season, with Goat
That's a good
Simulator
game.
3 and Cocoon rounding out the list.
That's nice. I'm
These
not
all
buying
arrive
that.
for PlayStation Plus
Goat
Essential
Sim-
members on October 7th.
It's the price, man. It's the price. How much? Right?
You remember me?
Oh.
You remember me.
Are they adding
The
it?
Last of Us Day is this Friday, September 26th.
Last
As
of
part
Us
of
Day?
Naughty Dog and PlayStation's annual celebration of this beloved series,
Okay.
we're thrilled to confirm the addition of The Last of Us Part 2 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog. We don't let anybody stop us.
It wasn't there before?
Come out and fight! For PS5 members, this includes The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, the definitive way to experience Ellie and Abby's story alongside
I'm
additions
confused.
like the roguelike survival mode No Return.
I'm confused.
Our update to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog is extra
Okay.
exciting for fans of fighting games and the number 3. Tekken 3 from the original PlayStation
Oh!
and number 3 from
Yes!
the PS2 are coming to
Yes!
the service later this year.
Also arriving this year, another all-time
cool!
classic from the PS2, Tomb Raider Anniversary. And up next, a special message from the creator behind one of PlayStation's most iconic franchises.
If it's Kojima, I
皆さんこんにちは。グランツーリスモシリーズプロデューサー山内和則です。本日はですね、皆さんにすごく素敵なアップデートをお伝えできることを大変
I was it was a Gran Turismo or Ridge Racer?
この2025年の6月25日に、なんとグランツーリスモの、累計売上本数が1億本を超えたそうです。1億本です。この1億本を超えるってすごいことだなって、作ってる僕らも思うんですけれども、この1億本を、超えたことを記念して、この年末にですね、僕らはグラントリスモ7のスペック3のアップデートを行う予定です。スペック3のアップデートには、2つの、
we're running out of time. There's only enough time for one major announcement.
新しい車であるとか、新しいサーキットエクスペリエンス、あるいはデータローガンのフィーチャーである。
Maybe two.
それ以外のさまざまなゲームフィーチャーの大きなアップデートを予定しています。
Maybe two.
皆さんのおかげで、30年かけてグランツーリスモは1億本を達成しました。本当にありがとうございます。
Oh! Okay, now we already know what the finale is. Okay, now we already know what the finale is going to be. We already know. We already know. Y'all just blew it. It's going to be God of War.
Longer than I can remember.
Maybe. At least look. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Wolverine! Finally! I said it had to be here!
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me.
Yes!
But I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go.
Yeah, I won't be able to stream this one. As much as I want to, I will not stream this one.
Death's always waiting.
Let's go.
Just not for me.
Mystique? Hello?
Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Give us a date. Give us a date. Date. Fall 2026. Ah! Another one.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to make a Wolverine game that is as violent, as visceral as the character in the comics?
Yes.
Working with Wolverine is interesting because part of the route to who he is that he's an unreliable narrator. He has gaps in his memory. So Wolverine doesn't really remember a lot of his life, and that's got to be an extremely frustrating aspect.
He's this ball of rage and fury, but then he could turn on a dime, and he could be very, very kind and tender in the next moment.
When we're casting for someone like Logan, what we're looking for in character traits are someone who can convey a lot with very little being spoken.
When you have that first moment that we show in gameplay, there's so much emotion that you can feel behind his eyes. He looks relentless, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something Insomniac, ourselves, we all agreed he's the one. We don't need to see anybody else.
Hey, I'm Liam McIntyre, and I played James Logan Howlett in Marvel's Wolverine. That's not bad. That one sort of works. Fans out there know what Wolverine is, who he is. My job is to try and find the essence of who Wolverine is, especially as it applies to our story. People hurt him, people take from him, people betray him. He still fights for people who can't fight for themselves. It's one of the greatest honors of my life, one of the biggest responsibilities I've ever had, and one of the coolest things I've ever got to do.
He's like a mixture of like Crims Hemsworth and
staying true to the Wolverine experience.
And then how do we want to put our Insomniac stamp on that? How do we want to put our own spin and creativity, but still give something new and fresh the fans are going to be excited
Of course, the actor of Wolverine.
Is a
Can't
level
remember
of
his name
detail
for some
that we've
reason.
never been able to do before.
Hugh Jackman, thank you.
You could see it in the trailer. You can see pores. You can see blood in between the little lines of his teeth. I love the attention to detail.
It's exciting that we're going to be able to bring that kind of fidelity to players.
Wolverine is a character who
That's like Hugh
goes
Jackman
to many
and
places through the comics.
You'll see the Canadian wilderness, you'll see Japan.
There's a shot where Logan is sliding down that rooftop, and you can see the breadth of Madripoor in Lowtown.
It's always nice teasing the depth and the amount of characters that we'll be seeing in the game. Omega Red makes an appearance, Mystique is there, and there are some hints to other characters that fans of Wolverine will recognize for sure.
Another visual element of Marvel's Wolverine,
Slow-mo gore.
The blood tech that was put into this game is pretty phenomenal.
There's a part in the trailer where Logan jumps down and then he does the claws up through the face. That one I thought maybe was going to be taking it too far, but I am so glad that we have it. It looks fantastic.
Wolverine's combat, making that special, making that feel like him, making it feel different to
Good
anything
choice.
else you've played, that's a tough job. What's so cool for me is there was this one section of the game I got to try. It was just visceral and immediate and so incredibly satisfying, and I was like, this is gonna be amazing.
We're pretty excited about the artwork that we're using on the cover. It's dynamic, it's rough-edged.
You notice it doesn't look like our past games. It has a sense of urgency and forward movement and rage and fury, and that's Wolverine.
One of the cool things about Insomniac is they are probably the most collaborative group of people I have ever worked with. They make you feel part of their team. That's not something you always get.
We've been in a creative collaboration with Insomniac Games and PlayStation for over a decade now. We've made some of the greatest superhero games of all time, and that was always the goal, making games that are timeless.
I think fans are going to be excited, but I'm also really excited about it because I'm really proud of what we made. We're focused on making the best Wolverine game ever.
On behalf of everyone at Insomniac Games
It's gross,
and
I
the
love it.
Wolverine team especially, we want to thank you for taking time to watch our trailer. We can't wait to show you more in spring of 2026.
Finally, thank you. And that's where they're probably going to end it, right? Probably. It would be cool if they did. We got one more thing. It would be cool if they did one more thing. With Sony, it's like a coin flip.
Maybe you don't want it enough.
Blood and gore to Mega Man!
My fight will continue.
Yeah, it looks like that's it. Always gotta wait. Yeah, I think we're done. Okay. So, for those who missed it, I'll do a quick review of the we'll still call it the state of dismay. So, here we go. We open up with Saros, which is going to be a Housemarque Rift kind of spiritual successor to, to the first game that came out with. I'm drawing a blank right now. The one where you die and keep dying and repeating again. I apologize. Everyone's going to scream it now, and I'm going to miss it. But next is Zero Parodies, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Battlefield 6, Deus Ex Remastered, Halloween the Game. Last Epoch is getting ported over to PS5 Returnal. Thank you. That was Returnal I was referring to. And it's getting DLC, and it's going to be relaunching on the same day. The Seven Deadly Sins Origins, Sonic Cross Worlds, Mega Man is coming. Neo 3, Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered, Code Vein 2, Final Fantasy Tactics Redo/Remake, Let It Die Inferno, Chrono Script, The Endless End, Crimson Desert, PlayStation speakers, Gran Turismo 7 update, a new PlayStation celebrating the 20th anniversary of God of War, and finally, Wolverine finally gets a showcase and finally gets a ballpark release date. So let's start. Let's start with the obvious. Wolverine looks great. I mean, I don't think anybody sat there and thought that Wolverine was going to look bad. I think the majority of people were going to be excited for Wolverine, and people are excited for Wolverine, and I don't think that was ever a question. I don't think anyone ever... There are very few people that sat there and said, I'm not looking forward to that Wolverine game. Most people are. So let's start there. Followed by Saros. Actually, Saros got me a little bit more intrigued than I thought it would, because I like the sci-fi orange type of gameplay and the dying but coming back. I do like that. That did catch my interest. Now, I'm going to point something else out to you guys, and I want you to think with this perspective. I want you to think with this perspective for a second, okay? Because a lot of us probably, there was something that was supposed to be a surprise and it wasn't. Let's talk about Sonic Crossworlds for a second. So Sonic Crossworld announced the new character, which was going to be Mega Man, right? Here's the thing. It was supposed to be a surprise, and it wasn't. It got leaked a few days ago, I believe. Almost a week ago, it got leaked because someone was able to get their hands on an early copy, and inside it had Mega Man, right? So, setting that aside, if we didn't know about that, I think we would have been a lot more hype for... you would have been a lot more hyped for Mega Man coming to Sonic Crossworlds if you didn't know about it. And the other surprise for me was Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered. That was a pretty that was pretty cool as well. Having said that, those PlayStation speakers, I do want to say real quick, I could see myself getting them because as a content creator who plays at their, it's great for somebody who plays games also at their desktop. And as a content creator, this is where I also game, right? I game a lot here and I also work here. I work here and I game here. And the idea of being able to move the speakers wirelessly as well, I like that idea too. All the things I like. The problem is, and here's the key issue, how much are they going to be? Because every time they announce something like, oh, it has this, oh, it has this, oh, it has this, all I was thinking to myself was, cha-ching, 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 and the money going up, right? And so, yes, I do think that there is a use for it that I may buy, but because of the price that it's probably going to be, I'm probably not going to pick it up. Look, I can't, it's going to be expensive. If it's like $100 for a set, even 150, I'd be like, you know what? $100, $150? Maybe. I might bite. But when you start hitting $250, $300, no. I don't want to spend. Here's the thing, though, Jim, and I'll ask you this. What other speaker works like that? Because it's different. Those speakers are different, and they're interesting. But different means expensive, right? And yes, Sony does sell their stuff at a little bit more. They do cost a bit more than premium. But we've seen those other products before. The issue is that, okay, how much is something that costs typically a bit more than a premium, and it's different, and it's not like a typical speaker system, that's going to jack up the price even more. So this is where I'm like, okay, let's see how much they are. Let's see how much they are. So would I say that this state of play was disappointing? I wouldn't say disappointing. Because, of course, Wolverine carried, of course. And I think we all can say that Wolverine carried. And Saros looks pretty good. And there were definitely some games in there that were more... My brain is humming around a high 6 or a low 7 out of right now. My brain right now is humming around a high 6 or a low 7. I think, hey, Sarah Anderson, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Without Wolverine, it was a 4 or 5. Wolverine pulled it up to good. The God of War controller without a game was diabolical. I have been hearing that there has been some sort of new game, like a roguelite in development, or like a Metrovania, apparently, that there's been a God of War Greek Metrovania in development now, and I've heard it twice now. They say it's going to be at the next one, it's going to be at the next one, and twice it's been a miss. And now they're announcing the controller and no game, so I'm wondering if they're waiting until, like, closer to the anniversary and launch the controller, but also announce the game. I don't know. Just for so, what would make it a 10? Is that like Sony E3? Oh, yeah. Sony E3 2015, and I think 2016 as well, like back to back. Like, I think God of War 2015 like Sony's E3 presentation 2015, 2016 was a banger. But I will also give it the benefit of doubt that this isn't a gigantic reveal like they did before. Because you have to understand what this is. If this was their Summer Game Fest presentation, if they said this is our showcase and they presented this, I would be upset. I would be very upset. Because let me point to you a problem. Let me reread all these games one more time, and then let me ask you all a question. Okay? Let's do this. Saros, Zero Parodies, Flight Simulator from Microsoft, Battlefield 6, Deus Ex Remastered, Halloween the Game, Last Epoch plus DLC, The Seven Deadly Sins, Origins, Sonic Crossworlds, Neo 3, Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered, Code Vein 2 Tactics, Code Vein 2, then Final Fantasy Tactics, Let It Die Inferno, Chronoscript, The Endless End, Crimson Desert, the PlayStation speakers, Gran Turismo 7 update, the controller, and Wolverine. Now, let me ask you all a question. How many of those games are made by a PlayStation studio and or are exclusive, or at least have a timed exclusive to PlayStation? I can tell you off the hop, half of them are not, without even looking. Without even looking, I can tell you half of them aren't. I'm also not saying first party. I'm not saying first party. I'm saying first party, and how many of them have an exclusive deal. So if they are exclusive, so even if they're exclusive for a year, a timed exclusive, or a second party where it's, or it's a third party, but PlayStation got exclusivity on it. That's fine. I will add that to the pile. How many of those are exclusive to PlayStation? And I can already tell you, without even looking, half of them are not. Half of them are on not just other consoles, but a whole bunch of other consoles. I can tell you, Saros and Wolverine, right? The Gran Turismo 7 update, it's an update. Crimson Desert, multi-platform. You know what? I'll mark the ones that I don't know. Chronoscript, we don't know. Let's check. We'll take a look. I'll mark them. Let It Die Inferno, don't know. Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm pretty sure is multi-plat. Code Vein 2, I'm pretty sure it's multi-plat, but we'll double check. Dynasty Warriors 3, we'll double check. Neo 3 is multi-plat. Sonic Crossworlds is multi-plat. The Seven Deadly Sins is multi-plat. Last Epoch is multi-plat. Halloween the Game, we'll double check that. Deus Ex Remastered, I don't know. Battlefield 6, nope. Flight Simulator, and Zero Parodies. I agree with you, Jim, but I think the problem is that right now I foresee an issue for PlayStation. Right now, PlayStation is still my go-to choice of console that I use. If I'm going to sit down and I'm going to say, I see a game come out, and the first thing I think is, what's it coming out for? Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation. I'm getting it for PlayStation. Period. That is bingo, bango, bongo. I can bet my bottom dollar I'm probably going to get it for PlayStation 5. I love my PlayStation 5. I adore it. I love it. The problem that I'm foreseeing, though, is that I'm starting to see that there's an identity that is pulling away, and I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm not firing the alarm bells yet, but I'm worried. I'm worried because you have Nintendo, which is, they have the Switch, which of course is a sellable and portable thing. Easily sellable, and they have a whole cast of characters. Xbox has their exclusivities, but they also have Game Pass, which is very good for the casual gamer. And then you have PlayStation. And PlayStation, especially after Herman Hulst made those cuts, is kind of sitting a little bit in its own little island right now, as Xbox kind of pulls away to do its own different thing from PlayStation. So the question is, can Herman Hulst rein it in to lead towards these style of games that PlayStation fans want, that don't feel like they're sitting around? Because right now, when it comes to exclusives, which I do believe exclusives help sell consoles. I do believe that. I do believe that exclusives help sell consoles. There is a factor of liking the PlayStation ecosystem better or liking the Xbox ecosystem better, and that is a very viable and a rational point. But at the end of the day, we don't play consoles, we play games. And the thing is that there has to be a core to all three consoles where they can go back to. And you have to have some kind of competition. You have to have some sort of difference in competition. Otherwise, what's the point of consoles? And then you just have an amalgamous gray box that plays games. You need to have you have to have some sort of competition. And I'm worried that let me explain something in my point of view. These types of, let me try to word this right. These pieces of entertainment, you can't have a knee-jerk reaction. You can have a knee-jerk reaction to end the development of something, but if something comes out and it's hot and it's good and it's great, and you are caught slipping, you can't just turn around and make just as good of a game as quickly. So let's say this. Let's say tomorrow Xbox announces a new game, and we don't know it yet, but it's the next Fortnite. Okay, let's just say it's the next Fortnite. It's exclusive to PlayStation, to Xbox. Okay, it's the new Fortnite. We don't know it yet. Okay, they announce it. It gets hype. A year later, it gets released, and people adore it, and people love it. And it's crashing the servers because so many people are playing it. And then finally, PlayStation goes, geez, that game's pretty good. Can we make something like that? And they turn around and they try to figure out, okay, what can we do to make something like that? And guess what? If they're behind, they can't rally quick enough to be able to jump on the opportunity of what that game had made. They're not fast enough. Because then it's just going to be Microsoft dominating with that game for a long period of time. But if you are constantly in having these exclusives, you can still kind of fight and battle that. And also, you can pitch on a dime and be like, hey, we have all of these projects that are in development that are all smaller and really good. This project is kind of similar. Let's just increase the funding on that and then make it similar to this if we wanted to. I like the idea. Here's my pitch. I love the idea of smaller budgeted more games. Now here's the thing. I love Insomniac. Don't get me wrong. I love Insomniac. I love them to death. I love the Spider-Man games. I love them to death. Have you seen the budget for those Spider-Man games? Okay, Rochelle Black, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. The Night Jazz has been the best marketing campaign for PC gaming in history. There is a bit of truth to that. What was I just saying? I had a thought. Okay, here we go. The budget was on. What was the budget for Marvel's Spider-Man 1? Here we go. The development budget for 2018's Marvel Spider-Man was approximately $90 million. $90 million. $90 million. 90 million dollars. Let me ask you something. Genuinely. Do you think you could make a really good game for $30 million? $30 million. Right? Okay. So, what if you split that into 3? What if you had 3 games? $30 million. Bang, bang, bang. 3 projects. So, okay. I'm seeing some comments. There's something else, though, we need to talk about real quick. And Jim, I agree with you. So hold on. Hang on a second. Okay, hold on. So there's one other thing. So let me ask you. They made Spider-Man 1, and with the assets they already have, they made a second game much faster because they had the assets. Dasham, you are correct, but with the wrong game. You are certainly correct. Wrong game. Here's why. Do you know what the budget for Spider-Man 2 was? The budget for Spider-Man 2. You want to know what it was? The budget was $315 million. If you think I'm kidding. $315 million. Now, it did, to be fair, it included a $100 million Marvel license fee. So let's be fair on this. Let's be fair. But that is still $215 million. The problem is that if you were to apply the logic, you would think that you're front-loading the cost of future games in Spider-Man 1 for 90 million, but then Spider-Man 2 may only cost 35 million because you have the base foundation of that first game, right? Fair enough. And that's smart. And you're correct. But $315 million. How many games could you make if you split that up? How many games could you make? There are games that are less than a quarter of that budget and are selling just as good as Spider-Man. So here is where we have a problem. Resources are not being allocated in a way that I believe is correct. I still believe that there is enough pillow, to bring up the point that Jim said, for there not to be crunch time, but for great games to be made. Right? Now, let me look up real quick the Rift Apart. I would most certainly sacrifice GTA 6 for 10 games with $100 million. Yes, I would too. I would too. Here we go. Rift Apart. $83 million, approximately. We'll split it between 81 to 83, so we'll say 82. 82 million for Ratchet and Clank. 82 million. We have a budgeting issue. We have a big budgeting issue. We are funding projects that are sky high. Sky high. And are they good projects? Yes. Nobody is saying that they're bad. But when you sink that much money into a project, then other people that want to try to make games or have ideas that could be another $1 million idea, they don't get it. So you have between... Let me check one last thing. This will be telling. You see? Now this is where I don't understand it. Because this goes back to Dasham's point. A leaked document from the Insomniac Games ransomware attack in December 23 revealed the development budget for Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales was $156 million. See, that one was what I was curious about. I was thinking maybe the 90 million included with maybe developing Miles Morales. I thought that maybe, just maybe, that was it. $156 million. So to give you an idea, we have 300. That budget for Miles is insane. That's a spin-off title, for crying out loud. Exactly. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Here's the thing. We have 315 million. Then we have 156 million. And then we have 90 million. So that is $561 million for 3 games. $561 million. Over $500 million for 3 games. Do you see the problem? And let me be first to say, I am not sitting here and declaring and pounding my chest that those games are bad. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. They're excellent games. They're excellent. They're amazing. They're great. Is it $500 million though? Like, let's put this into context here. $500 million? To give you an idea, and to not make the comparison, okay? Not to make the comparison. Allegedly, the budget for Crash Bandicoot 4 was, the ballpark that I heard, rumor has it, it was $32 million for Crash Bandicoot 4. Approximately. That's what I've heard. I might be wrong, and I might be off base. But let's say it's true. Let's say it was about $32 million. Heck, let's bump it up. $35 million. Heck, let's make it higher. Let's go $40 million. Let's say $40 million, the budget for Crash Bandicoot. Let's round it up real high. Real high. If you're able to make a brilliant game like Crash Bandicoot 4 or something similar to that nature, how many Crash Bandicoots could you make? Or Crash Bandicoot style games or Crash Bandicoot coded games? How many of these other types of games could you do? You could do a lot. To give you an idea, you could do 10 $40 million budgeted games. 10. And still come under the budget for the 3 Marvel games. 10 of them. 10. These budgets are way too inflated. They're way too inflated. And now there are games that are being nominated for Game of the Year. Hold on. Just for fun. Balatro. They're saying anywhere from $20,000 to $52,000 to make Balatro. And it sold over 5 million copies. Now, I'm not comparing and saying, oh, well, we need more games like Balatro. I'm not stating that, but what I am saying is that you can find success in games at the fraction of the price. The budgets are too big. The budgets are way too big. They're way, way, way too big. They're way too big. And what's happening is all these resources are being poured into singular projects. And now it's, well, let's hope. It's like, crank down. Here we go. Let's hope. Let's see if Astrobot's budget is. They're too high. It's way too high. And what happens is that what happens when they invest all of this money into a project and it messes up. Let's say, let's do an alternate reality here for a second. Okay? Jim had mentioned that the budget for About the Last of Us Part 2 is $200 million. Now, I'm not going to open up the can of worms about The Last of Us Part 2 and how good, how great, how bad, how awful, how this, how that. I'm not opening that can of worms because I've lost friends over it. I have. People have outright said they don't want to be friends with me anymore and don't want to talk to me anymore because of it. So, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But let's look into an alternate reality. Let's say The Last of Us 2 flopped. Let's say it flopped. Let's say it landed like a bomb and it blew up to death. You just sunk $200 million into a project that flopped. Do you see the issue? Do you see the problem? They are hoping, they're putting all of this budget into these really big games, and they are hoping that they don't explode. And let me tell you something, it doesn't take many flops for there to be problems. There are problems for games that are hitting these budgets that are so bloody high to get made that we're starting to lose the picture. We're starting to lose the concept. And I'll say this, the biggest slap in the face to me is the fact that Miles Morales was $156 million. That's a slap in the face to me. Miles Morales was essentially a spin-off that it was a spin-off title. $156 million. That's nuts. That it costs more than the initial cost of Spider-Man 1? When you already have the assets, you already have the characters, you already have... There wasn't that many new environments in Miles Morales. It wasn't, hey, we're in New York? Okay, great. Now we're going to Toronto. We got to remodel all of Toronto. We're going to... No. No. It basically stayed the same shape as Spider-Man 1. And you would think that you would be able to build a game, build a system, build something that is expandable so that if you wanted to do extra games, it's all front-loaded. Now, there has to be... Here's what I'm proposing. I propose that PlayStation releases one of these big AAA games once a year. Make it, hey, 2025 is this, 2026. Like every year during November, fall of each year, PlayStation drops the hammer of their big game. One. Just one. But there should be 3 or 4 other releases in between that are 30 million, 50 million, 20 million, maybe a real small one for 5 million throughout the year. Sprinkled through. AA and low AAA games, 4 or 5 through the year. With one boom. You got your big meaty single player cinematic experience in October, September, October, November. You got your big meaty game, and boom, 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 boom. About 5 or 6, 4, a minimum of 4, but 5 or 6 through the year that are like, ooh, I'm really looking forward to Astrobot. That's going to be about a $50-60 million game. Hey, I'm looking forward to this remastered. It's a remaster. It's only going to cost $10 million. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to these games. And if you don't want to, you already know, oh, I'm not really interested in that game, but you already know that the big humonga dunga of a cinematic title is coming in October. So you can know and look forward to that big honking title that you want to see. It's like when Marvel was doing pretty good, where it was they had these movies in between, and then they had almost like one Avengers per year. So it was like, okay, if you didn't go see Marvel movies, you at least went and saw the Avengers movies, or you saw there were these big Hallmark movies that you had to go see when it was good. Back when I was in college. You do one big one with 5 or 6 little ones in between. And you keep it consistent. You try to keep it as consistent as possible. And it allows you to plan. Hey, what are we releasing for this year? What are we releasing for here? What are we releasing for here? And then people come to expect it. People will be like, oh, we're coming up to the summertime. Oh, PlayStation's AA game is going to launch in the summertime. Oh, you know what? We're coming up to May and June, right when the summer comes out. Oh, that's when this game comes out. So that PlayStation knows this is how we do it. And you might have to drop one of your giant AAA big budget titles or push it back. You might have to. And also, I have to say, let me say this. God of War 4 took $100 million to develop. $100 million for God of War 4. Would you be happy with a game that had the ceiling of God of War 4 once a year? To me, I say yes. To me, the length and the size and the scale of God of War 4 was good. Really good. It was a good balance. It was a good balance. This $315 million budget, this $156 million budget for a spin-off, recycling assets and the same city and code. No. That's not sustainable. We're going to see it, and I think that we're seeing it right now. We're seeing it. We are witnessing before our eyes the very collapse of the gaming industry because why? Why? The budgets are too big. They're huge. They're inflated. they're way too inflated. It's way too high. Way too high. And I'm saying that you can still give everybody a good pay. I'm not saying make every, like, you know, cut out, you know, people's pay. I'm not saying that. But you're not, listen, let me not mince my words. Do you really think that there was no tomfoolery with the budget for Spider-Man? That there was no tomfoolery, that every dollar, dime was spent wisely? I'm not saying donuts for The Office. I'm not saying that. But are we going to sit here and say that Spider-Man 2, $315 million? Are we not going to say that there was definitely some tomfoolery? Just a little bit? Just a little? I believe that you could make Spider-Man 2 with the Miles Morales budget. Easily. I think you could. The whole point, back in the day, the whole point, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get going because I've ranted about this for too long now. The whole point was you would get money so that you could design a code and a system that would allow you to be able to make more games for less money. Because it's always building the tools and doing the code that takes the longest. It takes forever to build your tools that you need to be able to get your game built. Before you even start coding your game, you have to build your tools for your game. Okay? You have to build tools. You have to build your tools for it, right? Then, when you finish that game, you now have a set of tools that you've built. You now have a set of tools that you have designed and set up. That what can you do? Recycle it for the next game. Oh, almost done.
I heard it was fine.
It was all right. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
And that's smart programming. Because then when you go to do the second game and you say, you know what? We'll give you a little bit more than last time. Great. We can focus that new allocated money into fixing the code that we have, creating more tools, but we already have tools to help make more tools. Right? You have tools that make tools, and you build a smart code so that your next game is done better, faster, stronger, and more prepared. That was the point. Spider-Man took place in New York. All 3 games took place in New York. All of them. They recycled assets. They confirmed it. They talked about it. We've seen it. It's recycled assets. They didn't remake New York City each time. No. No. They didn't. They used the same core and base of Spider-Man 1, but they built upon it. So why is it $156 million for a spinoff when the original game was $90 million? And then why was the sequel more than both the first 2 games combined when you're using the same code and the same foundations that you established in both games for the 3rd game? Why? How? How does that check out? How? It doesn't make sense. You already have the foundation. It's already set. The tools are made. The experience is done. The first game is supposed to be one of the most expensive because you're doing the trial and tribulation of, hey, does this work? No, it doesn't. Okay, recode it. Try it again. Did it work? No. But the whole point is to code it so that you have a foundation and a base. So if you say, hey, let's make a new enemy. Done. Click, 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 new enemy. Done. I'm, of course, making it easier than it sounds, but you make tools for tools. And I've been learning that as we've been coding our game, is you make the tools and then you make the game. Before you make your game, you make your tools to make your game. And sometimes you make tools for tools, and then those tools make your game. So sometimes you're sitting there looking at nothing for months, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, it's ready. All right, you want to add something new? Bang, 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 bang. Done. Why? Because we spent time building tools for tools to make iteration fast. Ah, Blade Blur, thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. So yeah, the math is not mathing. The math is not mathing. So, ladies and gents, that's all the time I have for today. But we're going to be back tomorrow and Friday. And I think a lot of you can guess what it is that we're going to be streaming tomorrow. And we're going to be streaming the same game on Friday as well. It's high-speed action. I think I can openly say it's going to be Sonic Crossworlds. It's going to be Sonic Crossworlds, and the one specifically tomorrow I'm excited for, and I hope you guys are excited for it too. So, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight, and I'll see you guys in the next video and our live stream. Time for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.